Shabbat Shalom. We are living through a crisis of gun violence of massive proportions. While we're still reeling from one massacre, another one has taken place. What do we do in the face of all of this violence? Even the most grounded and calm of us are feeling a sense of overwhelm and despair. Throughout the ages, our people have experienced much suffering and chaos. Out of anguish, the book of Psalms was composed, and ever since, Jews have turned to Psalms in times of distress. Why do we turn to Psalms, and what do they offer us? When we put our feelings into words, there can be a shift away from feeling powerless. In effect, we are saying, I am still here. I matter. My experience matters. And furthermore, through the words of the Psalms, our personal experience aligns with that of others throughout history. We are not alone. Psalm 23 reads, "Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, for thou art with me." Traditionally, the thou has been interpreted as God. God is with me, I shall not fear. However, our sages also explored the possibility that the psalmist was referring instead to another person. I shall fear no evil, for you are with me. You who comfort me, you who strengthens me, you who helps me feel safe. Perhaps these two interpretations are related and work together. When we feel each other's presence deeply, we experience something more, something holy. We access other Jewish texts in a similar way. For example, when we sing the words of Nachman of Breslov's Kol Haolam Kulo, Kol Haolam Kulo, Gesher Tzar Me'od, join with me, Gesher Tzar Me'od, Gesher Tzar Me'od. The whole world is a narrow bridge. And the important thing is to be unafraid. When we sing those words and join our voices together, we are no longer alone. We pray with one another to find our own way on the narrow path. And once we have sung together and cried together, we rebuild, we reconnect, we move forward, not allowing fear to be our guide. Instead, we turn to faith. Not faith that everything is going to be perfect. God is not a deal maker in the sky. Rather, faith that we have a wisdom within us of what the right thing to do is and the obligation to do it. There are so many people who desperately need healing right now. We want to feel whole. We want to feel God's presence, even when we don't know what that is, even when we don't fully believe. Tomorrow night, we celebrate the festival of Shavuot. It is a time that commemorates revelation, when God gave our people the Torah in the desert. Revelation. Revelation is to reveal, to uncover, to wake up to a new awareness. Revelation revealed a new way of being. It challenged us to embody moral precepts that would make the world a better place. Revelation demanded that we be more than who we were, just as it still demands that we rise to the challenges of our time. We are summoned to be more dedicated to the pursuit of justice, more compassionate, and more aware of our role within creation as caretakers of the earth. We cannot sit in despair. We have no choice but to move forward with hope. The rabbi of Kotsk was asked, why is Shavuot called the time that the Torah was given rather than the time we received the Torah? And he answered, the giving took place on just one day, but the receiving takes place at all times. The receiving is especially important in times of distress. We need to reaffirm our commitment to hope and to moral courage. Yet in a world marred by violence, it is all too human to want to turn away. When our fears get the best of us, we may be tempted to retreat. It takes courage to stay invested, aligned, and active. And that is at the heart of what it means to be a Jew. In the words of Jonathan Sacks, Judaism is a faith for those who seek to change the world. That is unusual in the history of faith. Most religions are about accepting the world the way it is. Judaism is a protest against the world that is in the name of the world that ought to be. To be a Jew is to seek to make a difference, to change lives for better, to heal some of the scars of our fractured world. Shabbat Shalom.